Welcome back everyone to Cities Skylines, where last time we were trying to make as many pedestrians walk places as possible. That was my great attempt at trying to fix city traffic, but I have recently discovered the beauty of junctions. People were making fun of me. People were making fun of me for using the stop signs. And they were telling me to use this instead, but I don't see anywhere to do stop signs here. I mean, is this it? No. No, it's not. Although, I was also told make the left lane a left only, the middle lane a right or forward. No, the middle lane forward only. Oh, I see, because they're using the middle lane to go left as well. Oh, jeez. That is disgusting. Okay, so we have a lot of fixes to do. This is a little bit ugly. And that's... I'm not even sure why this is so ugly. Why is it ugly? Why is everyone coming to this area? Can we fix it with a well-placed roundabout? Where are people going? Yeah, let's check why people are actually heading in this direction. Let's check the routes. So, I get why people would go this way, but why are they going in a circle like this? I honestly just don't understand. Weird. I also was looking at people who were talking about how they improve their traffic, and I have another idea. It's not fantastic, but we're gonna try it. Just as an experiment, this area has bad traffic, so we're gonna try switching to one-way. And we're gonna do alternating one-way roads. Why is that destroying buildings? That's literally the same... That's literally the same kind of road. Okay? So if we do alternating one-way roads like this, it seriously decreases the amount of complexity. I don't know. I don't know if I made things worse or better. I think I actually made things better. Oh, God. Maybe not. Now over here was bad before, but now it's backing up really far. If you want to go across, there isn't really a good way to. Because you're constantly being cut off by the center lane. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say, when it comes to it, I think we're gonna undo all that. I don't think that it's giving us any, I don't think it's improving things at all. I think that it's just complicating things. Even though it made less ways the traffic can go, it forces people to use the middle lane more. And that's just not good. Actually, you know what would be an interesting experiment? Making the middle lane have to carry all the traffic that wanted to go somewhere. So you'd always turn out, and then we could just remove every single junction. Wait a second. No, that's actually an even more interesting idea. Let's try that. One moment. Okay, so everything comes out from the middle lane then. Everything exits the middle lane. So then you go onto the middle lane. If you want to go to any of these places, and you go to the outside if you just want to go to a highway or something. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong with this. Nothing at all. So now everything is leaving that center lane. But if you're always turning into them and nobody is coming the other way, that means that technically you don't need to have any junctions at all. You just turn. There's no way that someone else is gonna get in your way. So with that, oh well, there we need one because that's coming from there. But yeah, I got rid of them all. Let's see if the complete removal of all stop signs in turn signals is a valid solution to the issue. Over here, there's still going to be a problem. However, that's going to be the only spot that has that problem. Although now everyone is kind of stuck. I may clear all traffic. Yeah, we're gonna clear all traffic just so that we can see naturally if things like degrade over time. Okay, so is it better than what was there before? Yes, I think it is better. We are seeing a lot of traffic issues on these edges though, because we're pushing all the people from the highway into these specific spots, and that's seriously getting in the way of the traffic that's trying to come through. And so we may actually have to put a stoplight here just to keep things... Oh, but that kills the flow we had. That murders it. But it may be necessary to have a stoplight there so that we can get these people going where they need to go. Okay, well, ignoring how broken everything is, I think it's better traffic 63%. Well, it's currently rush hour as well. There's a lot of different things we're dealing with here. I mean, these areas, we don't really have these problems. Though, like, why is there a stoplight here? That's a good question. Why is there a stoplight here? What is that stoplight accomplishing? Why is this an intersection that just connects to another intersection instantly instead of just having it be one intersection? These are all good questions with few answers. I mean, at least people are walking places. I mean, geez. Let's give people credit where it's due. They're occasionally doing something well. In other areas, they aren't. But hey, you win some, you lose others, right? Okay, I don't even want to know why that glitched out in that way, but that looks better. There we go. I'm really questioning if I made things a lot worse. This is really bad. You know what? You know what? That's it. That's it. There's too much traffic that's dependent on too few highways and too few ways of getting across. We're building more bridges. I think Cities Skylines is just too limited in the ways you can get people across these areas. So the most efficient way to do things is building bridges. Like, I know that this is kind of touristy area, and building another bridge probably is going to ruin their day. But you know what? It's fine. Let their day be ruined. Because we need more ways to get cars across. We're shoving them all onto one highway, and then we're getting confused why that one highway has a ton of cars on it. I also prefer it when my boats aren't hitting my bridges. Thank you. Okay. See, now we can get some cars across here instead of sending them all into here. We really just, we need to start thinking big picture. How do we get people from here over here? How do we do that? Well, we have this massive highway, but guess what? The massive highway is just inserting people into the same place they didn't want to go before. And this massive highway needs more options. It should probably connect to the underground highway system, which is also a complete failure. Oh, you know what? It's actually right there. And then that would deposit people... No, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's really dumb. No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it go underground. Maybe I should just delete the underground highway, considering all of 2 people actually use it. Yeah, we're gonna delete the underground highway. That was just a bad idea. Well, overall, it was a bad idea. You know, let's get rid of that, because that underground space can be used for so many better things. Sorry, Elon Park, I know you guys actually did use it, but the underground highway is, it's super expensive, and it gives us barely anything in return. Well, we're gonna simplify things, so we're gonna make our on-ramps underground. I mean, just all of our ramps are going to be underground, rather than having the entire highway underground, which is not working well. Not working well at all. How many people actually use the underground highway? Pretty much no one. Pretty much no one at all. And it's super expensive as well. Like, really darn expensive. It was just, it's always been a mess. It's time to accept it's a mess, delete it, and just figure out why our highways above the ground aren't working, rather than building an entire new one. Okay, so this absolute useless piece of road has been removed. Very large useless piece of road. I forgot how far that went. It was rather extensive. Okay, I think that's it. I think the underground highway is dead. And we're gonna see the amount of money we're making go up pretty substantially, just because of how expensive that thing was to maintain. Okay, so now that we have cleared that out, it's time to figure out how to get people into this massive city area efficiently. How do we do it? Let's figure out how we want to push people into this area. I'm thinking we need ways to get into pretty much every quarter, more than every quarter. There's so many people just compacted into one area. That's a big part of the problem. So what we're gonna do is... You know what? I've got an idea. We're gonna do a few things. First off, let's make the initial ways to get in. We'll make one here. We'll make one here. A way to leave, we'll put one here. And then this side of the city, which isn't being used, like, at all for whatever reason, we are going to really, really, really heavily pack on the options for entering and exiting the city. The more places we make that people can enter and exit, the less congested they each will be. Or at least that's the idea. Options decrease congestions. Okay, there we go. Great. Let's see how that does. We have given them an absolute ton of ways to enter and exit the city now through its backbone. So now, rather than going through here, which they're still doing, but maybe not as much. No, they're still going to do this because this is the first way they see to get onto the city. Everyone's going to use that. So you know what? We're going to decrease the amount of options here. We're going to leave it as a way to leave, because they're not going to all stockpile on top of each other. Then we're going to make them go over here to enter and exit, because that's going to spread them out. Although everyone who comes in is going to be in the same awkward position, because they're all going to have to go around here to actually get specifically where they want to go. Oh, or they can go that way around the edge. Maybe that'll work fine. Unsure. I am not 100% sure. As it stands, it looks like that may be working. Not too terribly. People are coming in through here, they're going around, and then they're figuring out where they want to go from there. And we do have a lot of people who are using these exits properly. I don't know, looks better. Definitely looks better, and it's much cheaper to maintain. Now we don't have a massive underground highway that we have no way to work on. Oh god, did it bring back the... No, it didn't. They're just stuck. Kill the stop signs! Let them go! Oh my god. Yeah. Well, we definitely need to make more ways to do that. However, the bigger question is, how do we get more people to stop using cars? I mean, that was a massive effort. An absolutely massive effort to improve the ways the, roads that we have. I mean, this is definitely a better way of getting into this part of the city. And it's definitely paying off. I mean, we can already see the average traffic flow is going up. But I'm more concerned with the reason why everyone's using cars in the first place. And I think it's time to make a pedestrian highway, just like I did in the crater map. So the pedestrian highway is going to be a way to get basically anywhere throughout this city as a pedestrian with no car. So what we're going to do is we're going to start it up here. My plan is to start it right here and then try to get it to go all the way. It's going to do a lot of damage to buildings in the area, but that's something I can do about that. Not a ton I can do. Gonna bring it all the way through. No road is spared. Thank you, Trumpet Gets, for the $2 super chat, and thank you, Ram, for the £2 super chat. RIP population. Yeah, this is gonna do a little bit of damage to the population, but it's not the end of the world. It's actually very slight, considering how far this just spanned. And the plan is to get a few... I mean, even if we only get a few thousand people using this weekly, it'll still have a measurable impact on the traffic of the city, so it's definitely worth it. But this is going to make the ability for citizens to go from one spot to the next without a car, it's going to raise it substantially. Because watch this. We put a way on here, and if we put a way on here, and here, actually, we can do something like that. That you can come on from. Oh, that doesn't actually really do anything. It would be going from this side as well. Okay, there we go. So going from both sides of the road so that they can get there from either side. And we build this highway more and more and more. More people will use it if there's more places you can go with it. And once we make it so that it can go across basically the entire section of the city, pretty much everyone is going to use it. I mean, using this, pretty much everything is within walking distance. And you can skip so many intersections. Mr. Viper, I don't feel so good. I know, I'm killing a lot of roads, but honestly, there's more important things than, oh, not roads, residential buildings. But the buildings will come back. It's just a matter of time. Okay, here this one's going to be a little bit complicated because we've got a few ways people can come. But we're going to make a way for them all. We're going to make sure that everyone has the ability to use this. Honestly, this system may actually outdo the subway. Because it's pretty extensive. But that's the point, to be as extensive as we possibly can. By being super extensive, we make it so that everyone uses it. Wonder if we can go from... Can you do that? Will people actually walk from the road? I don't think so. That would be really neat. That'd be really neat if you could get people to walk across like that. That may be a little bit too close to the road, that one. Not the end of the world. The people don't seem to care. Okay, and then we only have a few more areas that have to be hooked up. Mostly industrial now, so this is your way to go to work. And that's it. Pedestrian highway all the way through this massive section of city. Relatively painless to install. And do you see the amount of people who are using it? I would say that's enough people to make it worth it. Look at that! Each person is one car off the road. And these people no longer have to worry about stoplights and such. Absolutely awesome. Which means that they're going to get in the way of cars much less, and they decrease the amount of cars. Now, something that we have to do to make this even more useful is connect this to the part where you cross to the other section of the city here, because this is where we start monopolizing. Bam. Now you can walk straight from this part of the city to any area on this part of the city, and that should have a ton of use, absolute ton of use. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't use that. I mean, it's a little bit of a distance to walk, but it's very powerful now. It's a very powerful way to get across the city. But we're going to do this similarly for each of these bridges. There we go. There's another one where you can now go that way. And this should increase the use of these bridges a lot. At least I'm hopeful. Yeah, look at all the people who use that bridge already. And now they have just another great way they can get around. It's actually impressive. That many people are choosing to walk all the way over here. Has this impacted traffic at all? Not by a measurable amount, but I think you can definitely see the amount of people who are using it. I mean, the game may not see it, but I definitely do. This gives people a way higher amount of reasons to walk. Although not many people walk to work, which is sad. That's one of the most useful things about it. Please, airport. But we aren't ready for an airport yet. The traffic is so bad already. We will be ready for an airport at some point. It's just not right now. We just aren't there yet. Oh, what's going on over here? Oh. Yeah, this is pretty backed up again after getting rid of that underground highway. Like, really backed up. That's definitely something we can improve upon. Just murder anything that's stopping them in this entire area, just to try to get them to move. Just getting them moving. That's the biggest thing. Just making them move. I mean, there's only so many people you can fit through a road this small. And we may just be at the point where you can't really fit. Oh well, we're trying our best. Nobody's gonna walk that far, I can already say that much. It's a lot of oil products coming through. That's for sure. An almost worrying amount of oil products coming through. Why is the lighting broken if I look at it from this distance? That's kind of interesting. Marlines are always the solution. No, the Hyperloop had to be deleted. It was just too messy. We can do much better with our above ground highways. We just have to be smart and plan ahead. I am confident we can get things working properly. You know what? We can do this here as well. Just so that you don't have to cross here. I'm actually going to remove the option, because nobody should be crossing there, because now they can just go around like this. And now this... Oh, this isn't connected to that. Whoops. This is another one that should be connected. There we go. Okay. So they have the option to go that way as well. So actually, all of this is now connected as well. This giant pedestrian walkway, which we made in the past. Not as many connections on this one, though. But we're trying our best. We're trying our best. Is it paying off? That's debatable. But what can you do? There's only so much you can do to convince people to use these systems. They're kind of dumb. And with that, guys, I'm gonna say thank you for watching me attempt to improve the city. I mean, is this the greatest thing of all time? No, but it's a step forward. I definitely think it's a step forward. You know what we should have done? This road going through here, I wonder if we could actually, monorails. I wonder if we could use monorails. We'll look into that next time. Monorails might be nice. But thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. This was another attempted improvement of a city. It's up to you whether or not that was a success. But with that, I will see you all next time. Bye! Power to the pedestrian. Power to the pedestrian.